What's good, YouTube? You already know it is your boy Triple N, and I'm 1/4 for the Unlucky Bros Incorporated. It's been so long since I've done a video in general. A lot of things been going on in life, and it sucks. Every time I make a video, it seems like I be saying that. Honestly, like I haven't been in the cards as much, and I'm just now getting back into the flow of it. Plus, for life, friends been working and stuff like that, and I've been working, so we haven't been able to link up as much, and I just haven't been in the cards. But now that we're trying to get back into the mojo of it and all that, hopefully we'll be able to bring more videos. I know Flames put out a video of the other week, doing Digimon, and I'm about to start uploading some Digimon, maybe some Yu-Gi-Oh, hopefully some Vanguard. But let's get into it. This is my RagnaLord deck profile. The RagnaLord structure box dropped the other day. I did not get the structure box. I ended up buying the sneak preview box, and that was $70. I don't want to talk about, but me and Baron both bought a box, and hopefully he'll bring y'all a Jesmon deck profile while I'm bringing RagnaLord. So let's go ahead and get into it. The eggs, the ones from the trial box or whatever. Sakudomon. It's once per turn when you play another Digimon with Legend Arms. And it's trait, by effect, you gain 1 memory. It's the only one you really want to play. I don't think there's any other eggs you can play. If so, then let me know in the comments, because I don't know. But I'm going to start off with the 7s. I play 3 of the structured deck RagnaLoardmon. This card is great. It's a game finisher. I've finished so many games with this. You don't have to finish the game with this, but if you do, it's amazing. It's a DNA Digi-Evolution, but when you Digivolve, it has Blitz, so it can attack even on your opponent's turn. When you DNA Digivolve, for every 4 cards in this card's Digi-Evolution stack, delete one of your opponent's Digimon and play with a cost of 20 or less, and then trash the top card of your opponent's deck. The last time I played this, I was able to get 8 cards. I deleted 2 and trashed 2, and actually won the game due to this card's effect. So this card's like great, and then you can unsuspend it if stuff leaves you security. You unsuspend it, so some of your cards will give this card blocker, so it could be a blocker too. And this deck sets up fast, so you could do it. I had one game when I got to play with Flames. I was hitting his security, and he only had 1 left, but I needed to Digi-Evolution evolve this, and I only had 1 of the level 6s set up, so I hard played the other 6. Put my opponent at 10. I put him at 10, and then DNA Digi-Evolution used its effect to get rid of the last security, and I went off that swing. So, but yeah, 3 of this. I played 1 of the old RagnaLord from, what set is this from? BT3. A lot of people are going to probably be asking me why I'm playing this. I'm trying to get my camera to focus. I like it. Sometimes I had problems setting up because it's not like you're guaranteed to see every your pieces all the time. So I run this one just in case I don't see my pieces that I need to do DNA Digi-Evolution. And this card, you're pretty much Digi-Evolving into free. So first, it has Security Attack 1. Which is nice. It also has Reboot. But when Digivolving, you can place 1 Duraludon or Ludramon under this card, and you gain 3 minutes. So it's pretty much your Digi-Evolution for free. So let's say you're at 1, you did a Digivolve this over one of your 6s, and then you place the other 6 or the same 6, because it doesn't specify. And then you get your 3 memory back, so you're back at 1, and you now have this on the field. And it's Security plus 1. So that's already 2 damage, and if you have your Tamer on field, you could put it to 3. So I like it. I just it's my favorite one. That's the reason why I had this deck. I had RagnaLord last year, and I'm glad this structure deck came out so I could boost it and stuff. So yeah, RagnaLord. I played 1. I thought about bumping it to 2 and taking up other regular. I'm just not gonna do that because I think that's a good ratio. On to the level 6s. I play 4 Duraludon. This card is your go-to. You can pretty much set up in this deck quite early, so you can hit your opponent hard early game, and this card actually helps with that. That's why you want to play 4 of this. You want to see it on your turn, once per turn, and when a effect places a Digi-Evolution card under this card gets +3 DP and a security +1. So, like I said, it's your heavy hitter. You want to just hit your opponent as fast and as hard as you can. It's a second effect. When attacking, you can reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 Digimon card with Legend Arms and its trait. A cost of 7 or less without playing its memory card, and place the rest at the bottom. So, let's say you didn't put a card under him, you can call one of your 3s or 4s and have their effects activate, put it under, which will give you that extra +3 security, so that works. So you can do that, or you like if you're trying to set up, let's say you know you're not going to end the turn, like if you know you have more plays you can do, you can, like if you see a 5, you can play that 5 Digi-Evolution to the other level 6 and, you know, start going for your DNA Digi-Evolution plays. But yeah, it's inherited effect. While this Digimon is RagnaLoardmon, it doesn't activate security effects of option cards. This card has saved me so many times. I am tired of running into option cards. In fact, no, not just options. I'm tired of running into security effects in general. It sucks that this card doesn't do it to Digimon as well as only options. I really don't like that, but hey, you know, they're not gonna try to make it too crazy. But this card has saved me so many times. Every time I fight Flames and or Baron, I have run into option cards in their security, and their options like stay tearing me up, and I'm tired of it. So I'm glad that this does that, because I'm tired of it. If you two watch this video, I hate both of you. Tired of running into option cards, because when when you start setting up and your whole stack just goes, like your whole like Digimon that you set up just go, it just makes me want to not play the game. 3. RagnaLoardmon. I'm only running 3 because this card's cost is too high. Digivolve for 4 is a lot, because you're not always going to be over that 4 mark. Sometimes your opponents are going to try to memory deny you. So, like, running this at 4 just didn't seem smart. It's a great card. I like it. I just don't want to run it at 4. Running it at 3. Its effects on my turn, on player's turn, once per turn. When the effect places a Digi-Evolution card under discard, your opponent's effects cannot delete this Digimon or return it to the owner's hand or deck until the end of its turn. So it protects itself, which is nice. I love that. I love that. That's why I'm kind of mad. I'm sad I'm playing only 3, but it's just better at 3. I love that effect though, because it can protect itself. It won't like go nowhere due to opponent's nonsense. At least like by normal means. So it's nice. I love that. The second effect, when Digi-Evolution, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play one Digimon with Legend Arms in its trait and cost 7 or less, and then place the rest at the bottom of your deck. So it's pretty much like the other one. The other one swings. This one just does it on placement. So like I say, if you place a 3 or a 4, or you can place a 5 if you want to. If you already put a card under this, as a protection, you can play a 3 or 4, whatever. And if you can get a lot of control in this deck, there are ways to like do things like you could like, you know, like there's things you can do. So that's great. It's inherited effect. When this Digimon is RagnaLoardmon, it is unaffected by effects of your opponent's Digimon. A lot of decks nowadays, the Digimon are affecting other Digimon. It's not the option cards. There's still option cards that do, but it's mostly Digimon nowadays. So this is great, because now your Digimon, like your RagnaLord, is unaffected by opponent's Digimon's effects, which is great. Because if your opponent doesn't hard play an option or the options do anything to you, and their deck mostly relies on their Digimon doing stuff to your Digimon, you're great, because this card will protect your RagnaLord. That's all. This the whole goal. You want to protect that RagnaLord because you want to win. You want to end the game with that RagnaLord sometimes. Alright, on to the level 5s. 4, RagnaLoardmon. This is the one you really want to see early. You want to see this kind of early off. Because on my opponent's turn, this Digimon can't be deleted by your opponent's effects. So, options, Digimon effects, it can't be deleted. You're great. They can bounce you, you know. They can bounce you and put stuff back, but they can't delete you. And most decks nowadays are just deleting you. So, this is great, because you can play this early off, and you're protected, and then your next turn or whatever, you can, you know, start evolving, like Digivolving and stuff. So, love it. It's a inherited effect. You may DNA Digivolve this Digimon and one of your other Digimon play to the cost of a DNA and Digivolve. So, this is what, like, both the 5s do this. This helps you DNA Digivolve into your RagnaLord when you have him and the other one under your the other Ludramon and the other one. So great for that. You want to DNA Digivolve, get that RagnaLord out and swing. 4 of Duramon. Like I said, like this one's not as good as the black one, but this one's not as good as the other one, but it, you know, it still does things. On your turn, when this Digimon, player's turn, when this Digimon would Digivolve into a card from your hand that is black or has Legend Arms, you reduce the cost. So you could reduce it. I'm assuming this would help with the black one, because if you Digivolve the black level 6 on top of this, you, instead of playing the 4, you pay the 3. It's but still, that's all it really does. It's there for that's inherited, which is the DNA Digi-Evolution. So for that, on to the 4s. Play 4 RagnaLoardmon. On play, by placing this Digimon under one of your Digimon with red or legend arms in its traits, that Digimon gains reboot. You know, it's really, like, reboot's fine and all, but it's mostly in there to put under, because if you put this under your 6s, you know, if you put it under the black 6, it has protection. If you put it under the red 6, it gets the extra security and stuff. So it's mostly for that. But on the inherited effects is what's mostly important. When this Digimon is red or legend arms in its trait, it gains blocker. You want blocker? You want to block your opponent? You know, that's always the best. You want to block. You want to be able to block. You don't, like, the inherited ability to block is nice because you setting up a big RagnaLord. There are decks that probably can get over RagnaLord, no problem, but like early game they can't. And like I said, this deck can set up early. So if you if you know, get blocker on your RagnaLord while you're like just chipping away at your opponent, they can't rush you, or like they can't swing willy-nilly because they know you're gonna block. So they either gotta waste cards trying to get their units too big to swing into your security, or you could block them and then they lose one of their best cards. 4 Zuba Eagermon. On place, while placing this card under a black or legend arm Digimon at the bottom of his Digimon solution, you can delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 5 DP or less. Like I said, the name of the game is to set up early and try to like interrupt your opponent. Your opponent's going to be playing a lot of like less DP Digimon early off, depending on what deck they're playing. This card kind of helps you like get rid of that, so slows their setup while you're setting up. So that's great. And it's inherited. When attack, if you have a Digimon that is black or legend arm in its trait, and play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3 DP or less. Like I said, it's more delete. The black defends while the red deletes, which is great. So you know, just try to slow your opponent down as fast as you can. All right, on to the 3s. 4 Zubamon. On play, by placing this Digimon under one of your black or legend arms in its trait at the bottom of the deck, you may reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a Digimon card with legend arms in its trait, play cost of 7 or less, you may play it without paying its memory. Add the rest to the hand. So if you look at the top card, if it happens to be a Digimon that you can play, you just play it. If not, you add it to your hand. So it gives you your cards that you will need, and it'll help you set up easy. Because playing for 3 and looking at the top card of your deck and getting a 5 is amazing. Like, I've done it a few times, and it always be like the right one. You know, that helps you early setup. Like I said, this deck, like, early setup. And then it also has that inherent effect, says when it attacks black or legend arms in its trait, you delete one of your opponent's level 3. So it's like the 4. It has the same effect as the 4. 4 Ludomons. On play, it does the same thing Zubamon does. Place it under, look at the top. Great, you know. So it's pretty much just like the same cards. It just has different inherent effects, because this one has the effect of the other black one. It gives a blocker. You want blocker, you know. Blocker is blocker. That's great. 4 of the BT3 Ludobomon. You play this one over the red one because your Digi eggs are black. But on play, reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Add 1 RagnaLord Digimon and 1 Digimon as legend arms. Which pretty much searches anything in your deck. If you happen to see or reveal a RagnaLoardmon and another Digimon, you just get 2 cards for on play, and that's nice because you want to get to your pieces kind of fast. I've actually play tested this. I've actually had a game where I Digivolved into the black level 6. Looked at the top 3, called this. Why I had the black Digimon set up and the red one, called this, looked at the top 5, got the RagnaLord that took DNA Digi-Evolution and 1 random card, 1 random legend arm, put both in hand. That and then because the Digi-Evolution was a cost of 4, it passed to my opponent's turn. But because I had the DNA Digi-Evolution in hand, I was able to DNA Digivolve and hit my opponent, and they just wasn't ready for that. So this card's great. You like this card's. You know, it sucks it doesn't go under, but, you know, that's fine. It just, you know, gets you some search. You need that search. And then the last 2 level 3s I play, 2 Spidermon. I am playing a good number of level 3s. I think I'm playing, it's 12, 14. You could probably bump the ones that do the same effects. You could probably bump 1 of each and then, like, play, like, other options or Tamers. But It's up to you. But Spider-Man on play by placing this card under one of your Digimon with Legend Arms or X Heart, which that don't matter, just Legend Arms. It's traded to the bottom of the you de-digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. So this is again, you're slowing your opponent down. This gives this deck D-Digi Evolution, which you can make your opponent, if your opponent has like a set he's trying to set up on board instead of setting up in the breeding area, you can slow him down. And that's pretty much for the most part. And then it's inherited. When attack, once per turn, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 Legend Arms or X Cross traits among them to your hand, place the rest of the bottom of your deck. That's amazing. That's more search. There's really nothing else to say. It's just more search. So 2 of that. Like I said, if you don't want to run too many of these level 3s, you can bump some numbers down and change it up. That's just how I'm playing it. I'm probably going to bump some stuff down because there's some Tamers and stuff I might try to play. It just depends. On to the Tamers. I only play these 3 Tamers. Tai. I play 3 Tai. It is a memory setter. If your opponent tries to memory deny you, it'll let you set yourself to 3. Usually 3 memory gives you enough to like do plays for the most part. On your turn, all your red Digimon with 4 or more Digi Evolution and is gain security +1. So everything in your deck is like red and black, and your big guys, like the main 6 you're going to want to swing with, and your RagnaLord are basically reds. They're red, so you're going to have extra security attacks, which is nice, because if you can get a tie out while swinging with the level 6, that's 3 security checks, and if you summon out your RagnaLord, the DNA Digio, that's 2 security checks off of a Blitz, 2 security checks off of a Blitz, and you're dropping their security on top of some of their Digimon. It's nasty. And if you go into your other RagnaLord, it's a security check 3. It's just great. So 3 ties. You want, now on to the options. I'm running 4 Legend Arm Alliance. I know some people only play 2. I'm playing 4. I like seeing it. It lets you play cards out your hand. I see why people are only playing 2, because it's not like it lets you look at the top of your deck or anything. It just lets you play 1 from hand. I like seeing it early. That's another reason why I'm playing 4. Usually when my opening hands, I'll see it with a level 5. So I will Digivolve from my breeding area, and then I'd hard play this for 4, playing the 7 and passing to my opponent, and then my opponent just does their turn. And then on my turn, I'm sending out cards from my breeding area while I already have the 7. So now I'm able to try to go to set up both my 6s at one time, if that makes sense. So I'll play 4. And then another thing that's great about it, sometimes it get hit in the security. That's another thing that happens to me a couple times. In the security, you may play one Digimon card with the Legend Arms in this trait, and play with a cost of 7 or less in his hand without paying its then place this in the battle area. Also, that's another thing, because I forgot, it has a delay effect. You can reveal the top 4 cards of your deck and put those cards at the top or the bottom of your deck in any order. So that gives you the control. You want to try to have a little control in this deck because you want your pieces. So being able to control the top of your deck is really nice, especially since the level 3s can just call cards for free, just while placing them under other cards. So like this deck has a lot of like good synergy and stuff. So that's why I play the 4. I want to see it, and it's a good card for me. Then the last 2 options I play. 2 direct smashers. You don't have to play this. I don't even use it all the time. It's only come up in my security like once. So while you have a Digimon with Legend Arms in its trait, you may use this card without meeting its color requirements, which means if you somehow just have nothing but black on field, you can still use it as long as you have Legend Arms. Effect: delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP. Like I said, it's more stalling your opponent if it gets hit in the security. If it get hit in the security, it'll get hit in the security, and you can slow your opponent down. That's literally it. Like I said, this deck has a lot of ways to slow your opponent down while setting up. And since you set up early, you're good to go. There's a lot of Digicross decks running around, so you kind of want to keep up, because with Digicross, they have those effects that save themselves, so your opponent's going to rush. It's like a rush reckless deck. So this deck being able to set up early is quite nice, because if you could set up your RagnaLords early or your level 6s early with blockers and stuff, you don't have to worry about Digicross rushing you to death. So that's the name of the game. like I said, install your opponent out, and then just rush them, and they, like RagnaLord literally wins games. If you can set him up with 8 Digi-Evolution cards, you should just win. Because if you set up 8 Digi-Evolution cards and you've been attacking like you're supposed to, you just win the game. Because if you can, if you can get him set up, hit your opponent for 2, and maybe one more. Like if you hit your opponent once and then you set him up and you hit him for 2, and then you DNA Digi-Evolution into a RagnaLord who has 8 Digi-Evolution cards, I think that's game. Because it's 1 and then the 2, that's 3. Then him with 8, drop the other 2, delete 2, and you hit, and that's game. So this deck's fun. I'm not saying it's meta or anything. It's just a fun deck to play. I really like RagnaLord. He looks cool. He's unique, as it says, and it's a fun deck to play. But I've been rambling on. That's going to be the end of the video. I hope you like. If you have any changes in your build or anything you think I should play, let me know. I'm open to options, and if the build works, I'll put it on a video for it. But that's going to be the end of our turn. Peace. Have a lovely day.